Hey guys, it's Gutsy here with another video. This one's going to be another Gutsy's Way video, and I will be explaining to you today my way of playing Sven. So it's pretty kind of standard in terms of the objective of Sven. Like, it's not very quirky. You're basically going for a high damage build, but I'll kind of show you just the slight build up and then what the build actually is and explain what it's supposed to do. So my starting items right here are very standard. Not for Sven so much because he's a strength hero. This is like something an anti-mage would do. Level 1, it's a little bit greedy, but I do this because at the side shop, I could just buy a stout shield, get my PMS, and then my laning phase gets a little bit easier after that point. So I'll just bump up some gold, bump up my level. Whoops, if I could type. And I'll show you exactly how everything goes. So, level 1, I usually get stun first. That's just normal. Level 2, I'll sometimes go Warcry, just to help me for laning phase. And then level 3 and 4 is about maxing that. Level 5, same thing. Level 6, my ult. Level 7, I'll finish that. You max off this. Obviously, you get the talents in between. A lot of pros get the mana one. I prefer strength because I'm usually not team fighting yet. This is a very farm oriented build, whereas other Sven builds are early fight, like the standard one. You could still fight, like if a teammate's getting towered over, you could still teleport and save them with this build, but you more so want to focus on farm for about the first 15 to 20 minutes, and then you go out and kill people. Make sure you're stacking whenever you're in the jungle. If you have teammates that are good at the game, they'll be stacking for you. That's going to make this build happen a hell of a lot quicker. Again, I go all for stats. Pros usually go for movement speed, but I'm big on the farming. This one is dependent. Sometimes I go evasion, sometimes I go attack speed. I'll go usually though attack speed because if I'm going evasion, it means that we're losing and I'm just trying not to die. Whereas this one means I'm killing people and not dying, so we usually want to be in this scenario. And then for this one, I actually normally do Stormhammer even though it's a damage build. So that's just how it is. I'll just max out everything. So yeah, like I said, early game when I'm in the laning phase. Mind you, I don't have the creeps on. It's mid only.
Good enough.
But early in the laning phase, I'll go for the PMS at the side shop. Then I'll buy my boots. I'll upgrade them to phase boots. But normally I don't upgrade them to phase boots right away. So I'll just buy my boots and then I'll work right on my Mask of Madness, the Mask of Death, and then the recipe. With this, I could easily farm the jungle. And I still don't work on my phase boots. The next item I go is Echo Saber. So that's the next one I normally do. I'm going to just do refresh. So that's kind of my laning phase build. I'll get the Echo Saber. The next item after that is going to be the phase boots. So this is kind of when you're okay to fight at this phase. Usually you get this, I'd say 15 minutes is the earliest. You'll have this build going on here. Maybe it'll just be like this. So it won't be this, it'll be this. 15 minutes, that's fine too. But either way, you do want to get the phase boots after the Echo Saber. And then your first core item could either be your Crystalis or your Shadow Blade. And this is situational because if you're in a phase where you feel like if you farm, like you could out farm them, you'll want to go the Crystalis. But if you feel like your team needs a bit of help in ganks, let's just say they're not doing too well, you'll want to go the Shadow Blade build. And a lot of people, when they see this, it's like, wow, this is a really bad build. And it is. But with shrines and with drums and all kinds of other goodies that just... Mana's not really a hard thing to obtain in Dota anymore, so you don't really need to go like the old Blink Treads, drums kind of build. You're always going to have mana. Someone's going to have arc boots. Someone's, you know, raindrops are a thing. You could buy a raindrop. And you got your shrines, so mana is always going to be around, which is why I feel this build is justifiable. It's very, like, if you get focused, you're fucked, because you don't really have the items to stay alive. This is more of a Hail Mary double-edged sword kind of build, where you output a lot of damage, but you can't take a lot of damage. But that's okay, because you have Warcry, which amps you up. You know, the Echo Saber helps too, with your mana regen. And then you could always escape with Shadowblade. If you're a lower MMR, people aren't going to buy detection so often. In my MMR, they always do, so it's not, I don't even consider it an escape item, but still. So it's all about the surprise factor with this build. Basically, when you're ganking someone, you just pop the ult, pop this. I normally don't pop the Mask of Madness first. I'll do phase boots, then invis, go in, hit them, and then you could pop the Mask of Madness. But like I said, normally you don't pop the Mask of Madness till you stun them. So I'll just do that again just to show you exactly what that combo is. So basically, here's the objective. You're going to ult, pop on your armor for bonus movement speed, pop on the phase boots, go Shadowblade, run in. You're going to hit them. If I didn't kill them there, you'd stun them next, and then you would Mask of Madness.
Good idea.
Let me try it on Ancients, just so that I could show you the stun effect.
Okay.
That's basically what you do. There's a lot of clicking involved, so if you're not too familiar with clicking, you're going to have to do some practice to get used to this build. But ult, Warcry, phase boost, Shadowblade, run in, hit the target to proc off the Shadowblade, then you stun them, then you trigger your Mask of Madness. People die really, really fast with this build. And because of the Shadowblade, you could usually set up a nice 2 to 3 man stun, like go for a group. You kind of like treat him, Sven, like an Enigma in this state, just like with any Sven. Doesn't matter what build you do. And you're all about killing them as soon as possible. That way, like, you don't have to worry about dying. Because if you're killing 2 to 3 people, usually if your teammates are around, you're not going to worry about dying. This has super solo kill potential compared to the regular Sven build. A lot of supports you're going to crit in 3 hits, which is plenty of time if you have a Stormhammer leveled up. When I expand this build, gotta wait for this thing. Further items that I get in this build are, a big one I'm noticing recently is I have to upgrade the Silver Edge right away. Normally, I don't.
Doing too well.
Or sorry, the ideal scenario is that you don't want to upgrade the Silver Edge right away. But I'm facing a lot of like Phantom Assassins and Bristlebacks, like heroes that need their passive triggered, which is why I'll go Silver Edge right away. So I'll just buy the Silver Edge. I know I'm clicking down here. I'm just being lazy. So yeah, Silver Edge is usually the next item, but it's not the one you want to go for. Normally, you want to just go for a Daedalus or an MKB, you know, just for some big damage. But also, a lot of scenarios, I'll go BKB right after I finish the Shadowblade. And that's because we usually, that's when I feel like I need some sort of survivability. Like I'll go in, I'll just blow up one hero, and then just in case their team is around to try and leap in and save him, I'll click the BKB and they can't. But in most cases, you don't want to. The ideal build is pure damage, so if you're far enough ahead that you're not dying, you're not losing towers, you're not losing your base, you just go pure damage. So after the Shadowblade, upgrade that Daedalus. You know, if you need an MKB because you want to kill PA, but you don't feel you need a Silver Edge because you're super far ahead, then you'll go MKB first. It's very situational. So the main item build, I'd say, for this is these 4 items here. Well, not your Silver Edge. It'd be your Shadowblade, your Echo Saber, your Mask of Madness, your Phase Boots. That's the gutsy way of playing Sven. And then after that is completely situational, whether it's Daedalus, MKB,
My code compels me.
BKB. Sometimes I go Rapier. I'm so far ahead, just get more damage. Just literally one-shot people. This is usually what a full 6-slotted inventory Sven would look like. If you're far behind, or sorry, if you're in a very tight, close game, you would go this instead of one of these two items.
Black King Bar.
I never go AC though. This is basically the build. Or I'll go Rapier. I don't go Bloodthorn, none of that stuff. This is the Gutsy build right here. And yeah, very, very simple. You just... We'll just do it on the Ancients down here. One last time.
That's right.
Hate to be your mid-tower right about now.
Okay, I'm just killing them before I could even get the
It's only
combo.
proper.
But yeah, that's it.
That's exactly.
Give it a try. Like I said, it's greedy. You need quite a bit of time at the early game to farm. Which is why sometimes you'll go the Crystalis before the Shadow Blade.
Why not?
Because it'll just amp up your farming a lot faster than going Shadow Blade. I guess I should say this is kind of a 4-item build, the Gutsy build. It's Phase Boots, Mask of Madness, Shadow Blade, Echo Saber, and then a Crystalis. Upgrading it to Daedalus and stuff is just luxury at that point. You pretty much already won the game if you're getting Daedalus as your next item. So yeah, give it a shot. It's super fun. Like, it's very fun watching people react to it because they're so used to the standard build. And this one's just man mode. I'm going to go fuck you up kind of thing and run into them and burst them real quickly.
So you say.
So yeah, give it a shot and let me know how it goes. I do this in my usual 4K games, so up to 4K it's good. I can't say what it's like in 5K. I have played it in higher MMR games and it does fine. But that's just like every build I do. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. And thanks for watching.